Hello, Scorpio. Welcome into Dawn Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Scorpio. So if you have those placements, this may be for you. What I plan to do today is I'm doing a mid-June reading for you. And this will take you until those energies are no longer resonating with you. And I say it that way because typically when I have done these types of readings, I usually go to the end of the month. But what I've been finding is that a lot of the signs are getting a lot of major arcana. Keep in mind, the major arcanas are the heavy hitters in tarot, and they take much longer to work through. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out your cards. I'm going to read those cards for you, give you all the insights that Spirit wants you to know as to what's coming for you in the next couple of weeks and what you need to pay attention to. While I do that portion of your reading, I'm going to take myself off camera. At the end, I'll bring myself back on camera. I'm going to pull 5 cards from the Tea Leaf Fortune to finalize your reading. So let's get started. If you wouldn't mind, please give me a big thumbs up. And I'm going to go ahead and I've already shuffled your cards a million times. I have done meditation. And here we go. Okay, 7 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. Scorpio. Wow, okay. Then we have the Fool. That's a new beginning, new start, new chapter. Then we have the Chariot card. Wow. That's a major arcana. So you've gotten 3 major arcanas in your current energies. And we'll talk about all of that in just a moment. King of Swords, 10 of Swords, and your final card is the Star. I love the Star card. You've gotten some great cards here, but you do have some cards that are a little concerning, and we'll talk about those as we progress. Now, the thing I want to draw to your attention, whenever you see gold in the cards, those are all blessings. Those are all energies that is blessings from the universe, blessings from above, blessings from your higher self and the God's, the guide of, that guides you, God of your heart, right? The thing I also want to bring into your attention is when I do this spread specifically, my concentration is always on the very center card because this is what is emanating for you. Now, the Chariot card is that card of leaving everything behind, leading those comfort zones, really pushing yourself to go out and adventure. This is my card of potential moves, meaning that you move home. Or this is my card of travel, meaning that you're going to be traveling. The other thing about this card is this is very fast moving energy. When this card comes in, you have to be ready for it because it's going to take you in directions that you might not even be aware of that you're going. But this is about advancement. It is about progression. You are learning very strong lessons at this time. And it's also very measured successes. Okay, so we start off with your immediate past with this 7 of Swords. Now, the 7s are, again, all about building confidence and experience. Again, this is a gold card. So our swords are about the way that our minds think and express. And this is all about how we communicate. So swords are about words and thoughts. This guy has gone into the enemy camp here. He's in a war, but he's gone into the enemy camp and he's stealing their swords. He's stealing those swords so they don't have anything to fight his guys with, him or his guys with, right? So for me, this is that card of strategy, and it feels as though many of you are strategizing as to next steps. What is it you're creating? What are you going to do next? What is it that's going to bring in those ideas that you can implement and utilize for your highest and best. And then we also have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is my card of skill. This is my card of skill set. This is a card of deep focus. Many of you are probably focusing on your careers at this time or your physical security. This is also my card of potentially pulling together a new resume, really shining the accolades of the things that you're capable of doing in the event that you decide to change careers. And the thing is you want to keep that fresh because you never know what's going to come towards you and you want to be ready at all times. Don't wait to the last minute. I don't know why I'm feeling like this is important to say, but I feel like it is. So I'm just sharing what Spirit's giving me. And then the last thing that this is really talking about, so eights are really overcoming obstacles of some kind. It could be that you've been really working hard on a project and you're getting very close to fruition, or you are finishing that project so that you can start something new and going in a new direction. But this is a card of finances. This is a card of career, possessions, those types of things. And for whatever reason, Spirit wanted me to share to keep your resume fresh for those of you who are working. Three of Swords is a heartache. This is some kind of a disappointment. So it could be a disappointment in relationships. It could be a disappointment in a communication. Maybe it's a situation where you did go and interview for a job and you didn't get that job, and it stings a little bit, right? Because you were really, hoping that you were going to get this job. But this all has to do with the way that you're thinking or the way that you're communicating with those swords. And then also those swords the Three of Swords does represent creatively looking at things in a completely different way. So if you are experiencing some kind of a loss or some kind of a sadness, do recognize this is a minor arcana. It is fast moving energy. And as you can already see, healing is coming in for you. Now, the thing I am going to share with you is that you do have a deeper meaning of healing in this card, and we will talk about that in a minute. Overall, though, it looks as though you are progressing, you're making progress, because now we get into the very center of your energies. This is all your current, where you are in this moment, what it is that you're projecting out there, what you're trying to create for yourself. We start off with the Fool. So it feels as though some of you are starting a new chapter in your life, that you've had a big completion, a major transformation. Now you understand that energy more than any other sign, Scorpio, because your card is the Death card, which is about death and rebirth, endings and new beginnings. So you're constantly reinventing yourself as this Fool. And again, we've got that golden energy. He is just trusting in the divine. He's trusting that he's going to be taken where he needs to go for his lessons. He has his trusty dog here, which for me represents loyalty and friendship. So he does have a companion. He's carrying a very light load because he believes that whatever he is going to need is going to be there for him. And this is a really good energy to embrace at this time, as it's in the very, core of your reading. And you'll be taking that energy with you on this journey with the Chariot. Now, again, the Chariot card, of course, is about progression and moving forward and advancing. This is a very fast moving energy. It is a very balanced kind of energy. It is utilizing all of your skill sets moving forward, trusting in the divine that you're going in the direction you need to go. I believe this is a beautiful card to be in the center of your reading. What also is showing up for you is the moon. Now, the moon is a mysterious path. Now, as you can see, he's moving forward with this Chariot card, but the path you're going to take may be a little mysterious to you. Like maybe you don't feel as though you have a direction that you can wrap your mind around. And basically what this is talking about is, you have this this lobster here who's coming out of the water, which is where he is in his comfort zone, but he recognizes that in order for him to grow, he has to take the path to the mountains in the back. He has to go past these animals. He's got to go past the towers, right? And he's got to go to those mountains way, way in the back because he knows that's where his successes lie. That's where successes and accomplishments are. And that's where he's going to get his greatest growth. Now, we do have the dog here, which again represents the little dog that is your companionship. It does represent loyalty. It does represent all the things that dogs represent. Unconditional love. They love to see you. They love to be in your company, all of those types of things. But we also have the coyote, or this could be a wolf. I'm not exactly sure. But whatever he is talking about your basic animal instincts. This is really saying, really tap into your gut, really tap into your intuition, because those gifts are the ones that are going to bring you the most success. They're the ones that once you start working with those energies, it's really going to propel you forward in a way that you are going to move fast, right? It's going to help you because you've got this Chariot card as well. So whatever this energy represents, it does also represent a level of fear of the unknown, fear of what if this, what if I am the fool and I walk off the cliff and it's like, a 3,000-foot drop, right? He doesn't know, his eyes are looking up towards the sky. He doesn't know what he's stepping off into. But at the same time, you have to work through that fear because your fears are the only thing that keeps you back from progressing. Keep that in mind, okay, Scorpio? And then as we're progressing, moving forward the next, couple of weeks, I do see that you are going to have some kind of connection to this King of Swords. Now, this King of Swords for me has gone through his transformation. He's got butterflies here on his throne. He does have his sword, which is straight up in the air. He is all about truth and integrity. And that's where he comes from. He is one of those individuals that can express himself very clearly. You understand this individual. You know what the expectations are for you in terms of your relationship with him. He expects you to come with truth and integrity as well. You will get along very well with this King of Swords as long as you are honest, open, and communicate, because he likes that communication, okay? Now, this could be a mentor for you. This could be someone that is helping you in some way, give you a bump up, give you a lift, give you insight, give you very good communication and information. Now, the thing that you also have to be aware of is because he is truth and integrity, he may say things that you may not be ready to hear. So be prepared. Don't take it out on him. Don't kill the messenger, because a lot of times spirit will bring us people that are full of truth and integrity to call us out on our own stuff, right? And I feel like that's kind of the energy or the information that's coming through on him. Now, the last thing, and it could be associated with this Three of Swords, right, is you're feeling as though you've been stabbed in the back, or you're feeling as though something is dead, done, and over, or that you have looked at an issue multiple times, and I'm just going to surrender and let this go now. It's done. Surrender and let go, because it's no longer serving you. Even if it is a feeling where you have been feeling as though you have been stabbed in the back on some level, recognize those losses, recognize who brought those losses to you, what caused it, and allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to recognize that if it was a person, that person has served their purpose in your life. And you can let that person go now with love. Send them joy, send them happiness, and send them on their way. Okay, Scorpio, your last card. I love this card. It's one of my favorites. I always get very happy when I get this card myself, which I pulled this card for myself yesterday and was happy to see it. This is my card of truth and integrity, but this is also my card of very strong connections between the divine. When you have that star above you, And you're aligning with your true north. You're aligning with that star. You're aligning with your higher self, is what that is. This is your long-term plans and goals. This is the downloads that you receive as you're walking your ascension path. These are the things that you're working through, the energies that you're purging, the energies that you're bringing in as you purge to help heal and help motivate. She is the energy of deep she is the energy of healing deeply traumatic situations. So for those of you who are looking at those areas in your life, those areas where you know that part of your mission was to come and clear and cleanse, for me, I know personally I was here to help clear my ancestors from my past. I actually did a lot of that work when I went to Ireland 5 years ago because most of my family is Irish. But you know that that's part of the work that you're doing, right? You have 1 foot in your subconscious, 1 foot in the spiritual realm, 1 foot in your physical realm, 1 foot in your ego self, right? So it's your spiritual self, ego self, and it's your spiritual path and your physical path, and integrating those, alchemizing those, right? I love this card because I really feel as though when you get this card, it's really assuring you that you are doing the work. Even though it may be feeling as though you are maybe taking a break in this moment, or maybe you're not really completely focusing on those areas. What it is saying is that the steps that you are taking, you're making beautiful progress, and Spirit has got your back, Scorpio. Okay, bring myself back on camera. I love your reading. I feel as though, even though there is some sadness here, I do feel as though you're transmuting that sadness. I do feel as though you are walking your path, doing what you need to do, that Spirit wants you to do. You're aligning with your true self. These are all the things that you need to do to be successful. And once you're integrating those energies up and down, allowing the downloads to come in, transmuting some of that energy for yourself, I feel as though you're kicking butt, Scorpio. Okay, last five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me that thumbs up, please. It helps. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Absolutely. You've got that Chariot card. It's going to take you to places you haven't been. It's good. Grapes. Time to go out and have fun. That's a great card. Now, one of the things I will say about grapes and tarot are meant to be very difficult to grow. Well, because grapes are kind of finicky. They like certain climates. They like certain temperatures. You have to nurture them. You have to kind of coddle them. You have to love them, and they will grow beautifully for you. And then you can make wine. Or you can just eat the grapes, whichever nourishment you prefer. But yes, have some fun. Be childlike. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. We did discuss that. A dagger, fear, worries, intense situations. Now, if you feel fear, of course, that could be associated with that moon card. But I think that the other energy here, not that you should put that aside, be aware that that energy is there so that if something comes up, it doesn't cause you to go into flight mode, right? You can stand your ground. You can look at things rationally and make a decision as to how you want to progress. And then we have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So maybe you're going to be a grandma, maybe you're going to be a grandpa, maybe you're going to be a parent again, or it could be an aunt, an uncle. It could be any of those things, right? I don't know about you, but having the crib and having that birth, it really does reset the energy. It brings in a lot of happiness and joy. And then the other thing, of course, is it's also talking about an enterprise. So for those of you who may be starting a business, looking at starting a business, thinking about planting those seeds to start a business, all of those things are coming in for you. But Scorpio, this has been a really great reading. I'm very excited about your next couple of weeks. I hope you found some nuggets here that resonate with you. And until then, take very good care of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.